Okay, this is Lab 3, Part C, BIS 245, and this is where you have to enter in data into the lab. This is probably the fussiest part of the lab that we have, because if you don't spell things exactly right, then you will end up having problems with the data not displaying, and you'll get errors. So this is it. Enter data into tables. You're going to start by entering data into first the customers table, then you're going to enter it into the suppliers table, then you're going to enter it into the products table, then you're going to enter it into an orders table first, and then right after into the order line, all associated products on that particular order. Okay, so that's what you're going to do, and you have to be very precise. This will take a while because of all the different values they need you to type in, and especially make sure all of your primary keys and any foreign keys that you use, such as this right here in the products table, you've got foreign keys. They have to be spelled exactly the same way as those foreign keys are spelled in their primary key equivalent in the tables that they point to. So like Foley Entertainment must be spelled Foley Ent. Foley Ent. Okay? Now I'm not going to type all this in, or we'll be here all day, but I am going to show you the basics of how to do it. So what you should do is you should pull up your access file from Part B that you've modified, and when you go into it, you will see that you should have from last time this customers table added with the customer ID in a one-to-many relationship. I have already put the data in here to speed this up, but your first thing you need to do is then get out of this, shut down this window, yes, go to the customers table, and you'll be in datasheet view, as evidenced by, I'm just going to close these out, evidenced by the fact that you've got what looks like an Excel spreadsheet here, and that's datasheet view where you can enter in data. And I just entered in this first row of data from the instructions. You will have more than that. You will have 5 rows of data. So Michael Bowman, Eugenia Childers, and others need to be entered in beyond this row of data. Make sure that you spell this the same everywhere you use it in the database, or you won't get the desired result. Okay, the second thing you need to do is then go into the suppliers table. So shut down customers, go to suppliers, double click, and you can see all that is in here as well. And the first supplier is Foley Enterprises, not Entertainment, Enterprises. You have to type in all this data. In real life, I'd import it or something from an Excel spreadsheet, but oh well, they have you type it all in. So that's the way we'll do it in this lab. And you'll have, as the instructions say, another 4 suppliers. Garrett Supply, Jones Engineering, etc. Make sure you type all of those in next as well. Then what you need to do is, after you do suppliers, you go into the products table, and you have to do it in this order so everything is available when you want to point to it later on. And you can see we've got this product is FE5686 Foley's Figs. And of course, like the others, when you go into the instructions, you have Foley's Figs, all these other products in there as well. Now, where it gets really fun is when you need to be pointing to other tables and primary keys in other tables. You'll notice here in the products table you have a supplier ID, which is a foreign key that points to all of the Foley Enterprises information. You have to spell this like Foley Ent, exactly the same way. If I did this wrong, like called it Foley N for some reason, and press enter, see how it gives me this error? You cannot add or change a record because a related record is required in table suppliers. It's basically saying, supplier ID is a foreign key according to your relationships window. Well, I don't have anything called Foley N in my supplier table that we point to, so I'm not going to accept this until you give me something that's spelt right. If you put the T back in, then it will let you go to the next row. Okay, that's probably the toughest part of this whole lab, is just to make sure everything is spelt properly. One character can mess you up, and remember, computers, or someone once said, they're fast and dumb. They don't know, they can't make that decision. Oh, he left a T off, I'll just put that in there for him. At least not in this access context. Okay, so now you've got your products in there. Now we have to go in and do the next step, which is going to be the orders table, and you have to do it in this order. Okay, there is a row of data in the instructions for the orders, which is order 9899, and then all of these dates, and then this text. I have gone ahead and I've put all that in here. Okay, and you need that next. And here's another spot where you can get messed up. You've got to make sure that that customer who placed this order, that his customer ID is spelt ALLE4527 in the customer table, or you will get an error. Okay, so once you've created that, you shut that down, and then you need to, and again, it is a good idea to shut down any objects that you're not using. Then once you've got that order in there, you can go to order line. And in order line, that's where you're using your concatenated primary key. FE5686 is I think the figs that on that order, and the order ID is 9899. This is the concatenated key. The key is FE56869899. That's the unique number that identifies this whole row right here. And you type in this information. And then you go into your instructions, and there's more. You've got to put in the KP6538 with all of this information, and the SM76729899 and all this information as well in it. When you're done that, you don't have any errors, then you go and you enter in this next order in the orders table. So you would, having typed in all of the remaining 2 rows on this order in the order line table, you would go back, you would shut this down, you would go back to the orders table, and you would enter the next order that they have given, which is this 3175 order, and when that's done, you would shut down that orders table. And then you can do the order line table, and you can put in all the products right here, these 2 products that go on that 3175 order, because by this point you will have all the product IDs in there that you're pointing to, and you will have all of the order ID that you were pointing to as well. And with that, you are then done part C of the lab.